Want to go live with me? We can go live together. I gave you a link on your phone. You just click the link. Where's your phone at? Just set it up so we can talk. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Just had to grab some tools. Yeah, this stuff takes forever, guys. How's it going, Robert? So, cleaning all the grout, all the tile adhesive out of the cracks, make sure everything's clean. I just ripped one of my tiles off trying to pick it out, which this stuff happens. So I'm grabbing some 0-second power grab and I will impress the tile. Yep. My tripod is coming. I broke my last tripod the other day, so I'm kind of stuck. So there's the broken tile. Well, that's where it is. That tile's going to go in there. So yeah, I'm just cleaning everything off. So I don't have any obstructions. I noticed the tile was loose, so I wiggled it a little. You don't want it to be able to move. So if it does move, just take it off and fix it. Okay, there we go. So now I got to get this. I have to get this drilled out real quick. I use a drill on this because it helps remove all the chunks. I told YouTube that I will no longer use a radio while I go on YouTube until they tell me it's okay, because they have been stopping me from being able to reach anybody. So I didn't leave a lot. Well, I actually did leave a lot, but we'll get a good suction on it anyway. Let's get a rag. Hit that like and subscribe, guys. Hit that like and subscribe, please. It's a huge help. Trust me, I appreciate it. For subscribing. Wow. So what do you do? Landscaping and construction. Well, to be honest, I do everything. Anything to do with property management. I'm a construction company owner. So that's my construction, well, one of my pieces of equipment. And basically a client calls me and I can get anybody there. I'm the GC. But right now I own this house and I'm renovating it. This was a big empty space. If you go on my YouTube, just a few months ago, well, now it's like been 10 months ago. But yeah, literally this used to be a big empty room and I made it a nice kitchen, bathroom, 2-bed, right? But it takes a lot of work, a lot of money. Remember that. A lot of work and a lot of money. And you got to be fully committed. Because if you don't fully commit, it will just sit there and not make any money back. The whole point is to get it fixed up, get it done, start making money. But with this one, I wanted to do all the fancy stuff that I like to do for my clients. Sorry. So I'm putting backsplashes on. I'm doing all the nice fancy stuff. You know what I mean? Okay. So today, I'm spending all day cleaning 3 backsplashes, and then I'll grout them at the end of the day. That Okay. So now that I did that, I have to set up a fan so that will dry out. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It's the only way that I'll be able to continue doing this channel for you guys. So I've got that fan going now. And that will dry that up faster than normal. This is a polyurethane based product, Loctite Power Grab. So basically, I have to get all of the grit off. No, that one's falling out too. I don't know how that happened. So now I just clean this tile off. This mosaic had a lot of acrylic glue. And what that glue does, it gets in the way. It also holds it on. So it's holding. Of course, I just chipped it. Well, okay. Yeah, so the polyacrylic basically it gets in there, and sometimes it'll get clumped up behind, and it makes a big mess. As you can see, I just chipped that. So I'm gonna go get a new one. That's the grout I'll be using. We got white and we got gray. It's chipped right there. That was a pretty one too. So right now I'm just getting rid of all the crap, man. While this is wet, I don't want this to dry up. So I want to keep it wet so I can clean it off. All right. Okay. How's it going? Racool Anderson, Kevin Tierney. How's it going, guys? Hit that subscribe, please. So, I have my tile. Now I have to grind it down. Okay, so I soften that up. Make sure there's no sharp edges. Hit that subscribe button. I'll have a tripod in a few days, guys. Mine broke the other day. Yesterday or the other day before. So I've been stuck without a tripod. But there is one coming. Hit that subscribe, share to your friends. I'd really appreciate it. It's the only way I'll be able to keep going, really. Look at that. Oh my God. This stuff is everywhere. Holy fuck, dude. Ugh. Hmm. See, this acrylic glue gets stuck in there and it stops the tile from being able to sit where it needs to sit. That's why this messed up to begin with. See, I got that. Yep. I got the glue out. So there's hard acrylic glue in there. It's like super, it's just like glass, but it's clear glue and it gets stuck underneath these tiles and it will basically stop. It's like a rock behind under your foot. It just doesn't allow it to go anywhere. All right. I have more stuff I gotta grab. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, everybody. Oh, it's already in the bucket. Hey, hey, hey. Got this little cart. Helps carry stuff around. Hit that subscribe button. How's it going? Everybody watching now. How's everything going? Excuse me. Don't know where I put the case to that. Take care of trash. Everybody's moving. Everybody's grooving, baby. All right. I got to clean. Okie dokie. There we go. cool. How's it going? I think I'm on restrictions on YouTube because I'm used to having quite a bit of subscribers talking to me and stuff, and nobody. It's like a graveyard right now. Maybe I upset people by talking about the people basically walking around naked and stuff. I don't know. But you gotta clean. No one wants to see all the hard stuff. They always want to see the easy stuff. But you gotta clean. You know? You have to clean or else it will not come out right. I guess there's rich, there's millionaires out there that don't have to clean. But I ain't one. I definitely am no millionaire. So, this knife away. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Sorry, try to get this focused. So I was in the middle of cleaning this and realized there were a couple tiles that weren't doing so well. See? No one likes the hard stuff. Hey, 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 hey. There's shit everywhere. There's gunk everywhere. Plus I have to pre-grout. I have to pre-grout. Here comes the sun. I said, it's all right. Yep. I ought to pay some crackheads to come in here. Tell them, get all the white rocks. Uh, gosh. This, so really it's the outer corners. And I don't want to be picking this stuff when the grout comes. Yeah. It's stronger than the blade itself. That's wild. Gosh. That tile is crooked as hell. Anyone talk to me? What's going on? Say something, please. Should I change that tile out? I think I should. I don't leave no stone unturned, dude. Why did YouTube ban me? What did I do that YouTube was mad about? Is it only because of the radio or is it because of my politics? I'm trying to help on here and people get me talking about politics and I shouldn't do that. All I want to do is help. I was wondering why they shut your chat off yesterday. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they've been banning me big time. I used to get 60, 70 people talking to me at once. Last few days, it's been crickets. Crickets. I think it's because I talked about politics and I listened to the radio. It's the only difference. I always had a neutral stance and then I said my actual ideas, like how I think. I really thought this channel would go far. That's the thing. They've made Adolf Hitler seem like some saint. Like Trump is worse than Adolf Hitler. Probably. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I thank you guys for talking to me. You know, sometimes it's weird. I've never done this before. Really, it's my first time ever really talking online like that. Um, I really, my whole exactly. Definitely some raisins. They were definitely some raisins. My mother keeps telling me that. My dad, well, my stepfather, just everybody. They're like, don't talk politics. Because if you do, there are people behind there that are listening. It's so crazy. Yeah, baby. Um, Twitter, 80% of Twitter was nothing but bots. And they were literally censoring people. Elon Musk literally went to like, he went to at least one factory and cut all the cords because he knew that was the one that was linked to CIA and FBI and all that stuff. FBI was literally linked in to Twitter, acting as what do you call that? When they start shit, people that are starting the aggression. It makes me think January 6th must have been some of Pelosi and Biden's people wearing Trump stuff, acting aggressive. Had to have been. Look at all the protests they have now. You know what I'm saying? Like double spy protesters. That's called the shadow. See, look, they just shadow banned me again. So I was never victim to it. You know, I don't give a shit what people do with their lives. It went from 5 people to 1 as soon as you said shadow ban. Like it's for real, and it's maybe a person. I don't know if they have one person for every one of Trump's supporters, but to be honest, the whole point of this channel is to get my generation and younger, basically. Um, I just, my generation is not becoming carpenters. The carpentry industry is going to hell. And we need to get more kids like my brother. My brother's 10 years younger than me, okay? He's like 25. And he's doing law. I basically gave him full reign, you know? Told him, look, you can literally do this someday. I was going to teach him how to do it. But his social, emotional control and progression, maturity wasn't there. He couldn't, he didn't like to be told what to do because it made him feel emotional. Basically, direction is discipline, I guess. I don't know. What he summed it up as is I'm just too masculine. I made him feel lesser than because I'm so masculine. That's what he told me at the end of the day. So he went on, the most masculine thing you can do is being a lobsterman, really. It's one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. And which I did too. I used to do it when I was younger too, but this is the safe bet. You're home. You're on ground. You know what I mean? Your feet are planted every day. So I don't know. You know, I got bored and I figured, you know what? I've always listened to tunes when I work, so I'm just gonna play some tunes. Well, it didn't work out because as soon as I started listening to music, they started shutting my stuff off on me, keeping me at like just the people that already are on my channel. So basically, I'm being advised right now. I'm being watched right now as we speak. And they can turn on my channel to the feed, to the hashtag, to the algorithm, and they can shut it off. So I don't know. I'm never going to get my real message. My real message is showing people that, yes, this stuff is hard, but yes, this stuff is doable. Just because you don't know how to do something doesn't mean that you're never going to be able to learn. I was intrigued by this industry. I saw it as like you know, it was initiative, it was growth, it was ambition. Like, wow, I can learn how to do that. Oh, that's awesome. You know, I thought it was so cool that I could be a carpenter and learn how to make wood, whatever you want it to. And then I got into like polys, and then I got into fiberglass, then I got into metal and welding. Then, you know, so now I do anything really. Right, it must be, because that's what Elon shut down and it stopped the censoring on Twitter. They said it was going to take months, like 6 months to get that thing shut down. He went there with a pocket knife and cut the fucking cords. Done. Shut off now, ain't it? And that was because the FBI was linked in, CIA was linked in, and they were all shadow banning people on specific different extremist things, right? Which, to be honest, if you're going to call a Christian an extremist, that's kind of crazy. Like, that's a little too far out there for me. I can't do that. So basically, we were the bad guys. And I guess it's looking like we're still the bad guys. Normal thinking isn't normal anymore. You must be woke. They're still fighting. We're in the middle of a revolution, everybody. Trust me. The censorship will looks like, obviously, it's going to still happen. Which is silly, because as soon as I get my tripod, you guys can see what I'm doing and see that this stuff doesn't go as easy as an edited video that you watch that takes 30 seconds for a job that took a month or 2 months to do with 4 people or 5 or 10 people or 15. You know, it takes a lot of work. So I'm trying to get, not only that, it's like they get discouraged is what I'm trying to say. They get discouraged. They see someone do something and it looks so easy in a video, and they go pick up a drill and a saw and they realize they don't have a fucking clue what to do. Well, if you follow my channel, you'll be able to see the basics of what I do, the structure of what I'm doing and what I go to every time. What, you know, maybe not you guys. A lot of you guys are already my age or older. A lot of my subscribers are 35 and above, 65 to 45 and 35 to 45. There's very little that are younger than me. And it's because the younger generation is having a hard time taking direction. And that's because they have not been socialized as well. And probably their parents created a monster by being mean to them. And when you're mean to a kid that's not socially developed, well, now they're going to have oppositional defiance disorder. And it literally just means that they create opposition anytime they're directed. So whoever's directing them, basically, they're just the opposition. So, like, if I'm saying, giving anyone directions that has oppositional defiance disorder, they're going to literally take me as an aggressor. They're going to look at me like an Adolf Hitler. And that's not cool, you know? It's like you're going to your job. It's your job. Okay, what are we doing today? I can't even tell half the people what we're doing today before they get emotionally distressed. It's like, gee, how am I going to be able to give you the MO for the day, the mission operation, mission objective, without you falling into tears over in the corner because you didn't like the way I said how to do this, or I don't know what throws them off, but they get thrown off, and then they get in their feelings, and then they can't even speak. A lot of them, they can't think, they can't speak, they can't think, nothing, because They get so balled up emotionally, it's just too much for them. And that's tough, you know, it sucks. Emotionally damaged. I am emotionally damaged. Basically. So, long live the shadow ban, it looks like. Long live the cyborg computers that shut people's influence off. That's a cool idea, right? Get all the dust off. That's a good way to get all the dust out of there. Wicked Bob. Right, frickin' cruising down the street, guy, going about $1.50 sideways. Put her right in fucking neutral and drop that bitch. She fucking held pause for a quarter mile. We tore the tread right off that rubber. She was going like a right date. I guess I'm just too manly or something. I look like a fucking oaf. And maybe I'm too excited. I get too excited sometimes. Like I get happy, you know what I mean? Super duper happy. And it pushes people away. So the more I try, the more I fail. You know what I mean? Like I want to help you so much that I'm going to ruin my relationship with you. Unplanned, unbeknownst to me, but inevitably I'll push you away because I'm trying to help so much. It's so hard to wrap my head around. But we went from 50 people watching to 5 at best. And for some reason, they're not pushing the algorithm to my generation and younger. Well, I'm 35, so I mean, a lot of my subscribers are my age or older. I think it's like 2%. 2% of my population is women, and I think it's 10% is underneath my, younger than I am. Not underneath me, but like on the chart, it shows it, shows like this. It goes like 45 to 65, 35 to 45, like 20 to 35. You know what I'm saying? Or 18 to 35. And then it has like male and then women. So basically, a lot of them are 35 and older. But they're not pumping the algorithm over to, the college students and stuff. And this is what I'm trying to do because this industry doesn't have enough apprentices coming into it. We're running out of workers. We're running out of men or women that are interested in this field. I don't know why. I wish I did. But, there's nothing I can do about it other than try. I can try like crazy. I hope that when I move back to Rockland, my brother says, Trav, I'd like to come on board with you and learn this industry and figure out how I can pull $500,000 a year. Why not? Why not do that? Is it because I try too hard? Is it because I'm too mean? Oh, it's because I'm right up against it. I'm sorry. So basically, my tripod broke, and I'm waiting on one. I have a Nikon. It's actually a really nice tripod, way more sturdy and stable, and it also holds like the Hero GoPro. I have a Hero 12 that I never use because I'm never out and about doing stuff. It's a waterproof camera and it's for like doing striper fishing, full wheel, and stuff like that. But I'm stuck inside doing this all the time, and it's way quicker and easier for me to use my phone while I do this type of stuff. My tripod broke the other day, so I ordered one. I'm waiting on it for Amazon. I will have like the whole photo in some soon, but when young people complain they can't get a good job, I generally tell them you can make $100,000 a year doing just about anything if you. Yes, exactly. Make your 100 grand. That was literally what me and my college buddies, when I was younger, it's all we said. We said, dude, let's just figure out how to make 100 grand a year. And then we figured out, well, you can do it there, 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 do it anywhere. Honey, I just ordered one on Amazon. I can cancel it. If you find something with a light on it, that'd be cool. But I could tape a flashlight to the tripod or something. I ordered one. It has a remote. I don't think I'll ever use the remote, but I'll show you which one I ordered in a little bit. It's a Nikon. It's aluminum. It's pretty good, and it's a lot taller. It goes up to 72 inches high, which is way better than the last. We only had 4 feet high, so it'll get way better top views, and I'll be able to get more aerial photos or videos and go to work a little better. But right now, to be honest, we're literally doing a job, which is kind of weird that you mentioned that, Chillin. Be true to yourself, my friend. At the end of the day, nobody gets a rat's behind about you on YouTube. So let me get this right. You care about what people on the left think about your political views, but you don't care about what your audience thinks about people that smoke? Bro, get over yourself. I don't give a shit what the left think. I'm trying to get my younger generation to get into carpentry. That's simple. I don't give a rat's ass what you think of me. Okay, so beat it. Kick rocks. Go kill it. I can't say that. Basically, there's no room for negativity here, dude. If you want to watch me pick tile adhesive out of these tiles, you can. All right. Today, that's what I'm doing. When I'm done, I'm going to grout it. Then I'm going to go hang out with my family, eat some good food, and go to bed. Simple as that. All right. I'm trying to teach the younger generation and my generation that this is not hard. It's only a simple task every day. Every day, you have a simple task. You don't build a house all at once, and it takes a long time to get it done by yourself, right? Yes, that's it. So let me get this straight. No one cares what you think, chillin'. If you're gonna be mean, general the general opinion is GFY. Straight up. Beat it. Light always disinfects. That's it. Yep. Picking tile adhesive out of tile. That simple. If you don't like it, move on. That's what the job is today. And that's why young people get emotionally damaged. Oh, I don't want to pick tile adhesive. Well, it looks like you don't want to work with me because I do everything. And you're going to have to learn how to do everything. And it's going to take you about a full year before you're comfortable on my crew. And that's the whole thing. It's going to take you some time to learn, boy. You're going to have to learn today. All right? So, this is it. Either dust the cracks and wipe them down or start carving it out with me, son. It's that simple. I'm not going to read your negative comments. That's the thing. This generation just don't give a shit. No one cares. I don't want to learn about that. I'd rather just go home and play on my PlayStation. Okay, cool. You don't make 100 grand this year. You want to make your 100 grand? You're gonna have to pick tile adhesive today, bud. That simple. I don't want to. I could be home drinking my beer. Oh, okay. Go home and drink your beer then. I'm gonna tell my mommy when I get home that you were mean to me, so I don't have to work for you anymore. Okay. I'm sure your mother will back you up because she's definitely done it exactly the way you wanted so far. Why would she stop now? Let's coddle your every emotion and not teach you control and maturity, right? Why teach the kid maturity and control during stressful situations? Why do that? No, let me scream at everybody for you. I'm just going to go holler at them for you, baby. Go get your mommy chilling. She'll holler at me and scream to me and say, you was a bad guy. You poor little thing with your little tiny emotions. Oh, honey. Oh, you poor thing. He couldn't stand it. He did not want to pick tile adhesive today. Oh, that poor baby. You poor little thing, honey. I'm so sorry that I made you go work for that guy. Yeah, and he owes me a bunch of money because I sat there and screamed and cried and whined and did nothing but ruin everything all day. But he owes me money because I stood at his job site and did nothing. I was there though. You were at my site bitching and crying and moaning, not doing a damn thing, and I owe you money? Uh, sorry, dude. Not gonna happen. You want to produce? You want to actually do something while you bitch? Go ahead, I'll pay you. But you're not just gonna sit there and fucking complain and do nothing, and then all of a sudden I owe you money. Oh, I was there though. I actually got out of bed this morning and went to work and took me 10 minutes to drive to this site. You better pay me for the gas money. Okay. Here you go. Here's your fucking $3, dude. Beat it. Poor guys. Poor people. Emotionally damaged. Now, I'm quite perplexed about how people think, to be honest. They listen to that news channel like it's the God's blessing, God's word. It's their new messiah. CNN, ABC, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, NBC, all of them. They're your new messiah chilling. You go cry about Trump for a few hours with them, okay? Yeah, whole world. Oh, poor guy. He can't handle picking tile adhesive. Oh, poor guy. So fragile. He's so fragile. That poor baby. You need some mother's milk. Oh, he needs some mother's milk. Yes, the milk of the mother. Oh, he needs his mommy's milk. Yeah, he got really mad. He needs to take a nappy poo. Oh, that poor baby. Yeah, go get the mommy's milk and take a nappy poo. It's okay. You'll never have to pick tile adhesive ever again. What's up, Kevin? So now that I've got most of it picked out, don't drink Red Bull. Mm, lovely. I love doing that. Hey, you're quantum. I didn't read a word of what he said after the whole let me get this straight shit. He needs to go get some milk. He needs his mother's milk. No, he needs to go listen to CBS to reboot. Go get back on CNN Live and reboot your brain, okay? I never did either. I'm starting to not like it at all, but like, I guess I'm addicted to it. That's the first thing to do to get rid of it, right? You got to admit it. It happened after my dad's death. That's something about it. Like, I contributed to like when my dad died. I don't know why. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm using my dad's death as an excuse. You know, I don't know. I'd love to learn the psychology around it because I'd like to lose it. Because look at my face. Look at this. I mean, I'm just a big, fat, swelled up mess. I broke my back 3 separate times. And I got on them god awful prednisone, and it just swelled me right up. And ever since, I've had a hard time getting all that weight off and keeping it off. But I'll get it someday. 235 is a good weight for me. Right now, I'm at 295. It's crazy. That's why I literally don't want to drink Red Bull anymore. But I feel like it's the only thing that'll wake me up, keep me going, keep me moving. Well, see, the edges are what really matter the most here. The deep stuff really doesn't matter. It's just getting all the stuff off the edges. Um, if you have, like, let's say if there's a bunch of white underneath this deep and you look down, the glass is see-through, so you're going to see white there. That's why I'm trying to pick out most of it so that when the gray comes in, you'll only see the gray, through the glass. So it's worth it to take that extra couple hours and just dig it out. That's why I kept trying to use less tile adhesive, because you don't need a lot. You just need it to surface area. But when you push down, it gets in the little holes and it gets in between. So I try to go as sideways as possible while I'm administering it. What happened, Kevin? I lost you there. I don't know. I didn't. Who? Who, me? I wasn't. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about me not liking Red Bull anymore. Hit that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. Ugh. We'll do some grout soon. Very soon. The only thing is, this monster hasn't been cleaned yet. I mean, I've came through and wiped the face, but there's some, I'm going to go right down the whole line. What's up, my man? Stopping in to drop a quick like. Everything's looking good. Have a good afternoon. Thanks, Scooby. You're a killer. Hit that subscribe button too, brother. Please. It's free, and it'll help the channel a lot, and you'll be able to see me in your loop. Thanks for commenting. Wow, that just made me say, you know what? Let's get it done, baby. Let's get it done. All right. Blow all them chips right out of there. Okay. Lock this. See, there's so many different. Oh, cool. I remember you. Wasn't it was it a week or so ago? Anyway. Was I doing this tile? I don't know. We are getting somewhere, though. Appreciate you hollering. Give me a shout out. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah. One-man band over here, guys. One-man band. Unfortunately. Well, I got everything clean. I forgot to check the left side top, though. Oh, left side top. How are you? Cool. Yeah, this is my dust brush there. All I use is Purdy, really. I mean, I have other stuff, but generally I'm going to buy Purdy. I use Pro Extra 2.5. The blue bristle, 2.5 inch. That's my favorite stuff right there. Get all my spacers cleaning, soaking. So once I get all this grout cleaned out, I will make sure my tile adhesive is moist, put that away, get moisture on top of it, get the top wet, wipe down the walls, get that so I can store it. I have to pre-wash the tile with a, basically it's a what do you call it? It's a I forget what it's called. It stops the haze, so it's anti-hazing liquid that you wipe the tile down with, and that stops the glaze from hazing as much over your tile, which I shouldn't have a problem with this because it's white, but there's always a problem. So who am I joking? There's always a problem. But you can take one look at me and know I'm a painter. I got white shoes, canvas pants, and my white painter's hoodie on. And look at that. That used to be dark blue. They used to be dark blue back there. Now it's white. You can see it used to say my name. I could probably clean it off, but it has oil base. Thank you, Scooby. All right. I actually have a good friend that's Scooby too. Well, his nickname is Scooby as well. And I don't know why. I don't know why people are so adamant about me not smoking. Like, I understand it's my own, like, it's my own demon, you know? I get it. And I shouldn't smoke. I know that. Um, I don't know. It's like someone going into your own home and saying, "How dare you do that?" It's like, "Dude, this is my own house, bro. Chill out." I'm not on the job site. I'm just working, and I'm gonna spray the whole place. Wipe everything down with cleaner. I have to do so much stuff. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna turn on the breaker now because I'm all good. Got that turned on. So I've cleaned my house's backsplash. My house's backsplash is double the size of this. It's way bigger. That's all clean. I had to reset two tiles that were poking out. One was falling off and one was poking out. So now we're going to go on and get it. Yeah, I got to clean. Oh my. What a mess. Yeah, I left a good mess on this one. Holy smokes. But remember, this isn't glass, so all I need to do is clean the face. All right, let's go get my... One second. Here we go. There's a flat scraper. A little more dainty. I probably ought to get my sponge wet. Now I'm working around electricity, so I got to be careful. Why didn't I clean this? Oh, I didn't want to push on it or something. I need my tripod, everybody. My tripod will be here in a couple days. Gosh, I'm so sick of that happening. Cool. All right, we're just gonna grit it off. Like a friggin' archaeologist dig here. But I have to get it clean or else it's gonna look like crap when I grout it. And you want your grout to be deep enough to set correctly. Yeah, I'm gonna use white grout here. Hi, Kate. Is that the new house that you're gonna move into? No. Well, I know you're. So this is an apartment building. This apartment, it's a 2-bedroom. We got 1 bedroom there, bathroom here, and this is a kitchen. There's a sink, double sink right here. But yes, I'm doing white grout. It'll be white sanded grout here on this. But right here I'm using black grout. So I got some black tube, caulking a tube of black sanded charcoal. That'll go in between those. But everything else, even all this will be white. But in the bathroom I'm using dark gray. The bathroom it's got dark gray grout. I think that'll look really nice in there. But everybody, you know, a lot of people, they're like, oh, just grout it. No, 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 no. You got to make sure that there's a channel for the grout to even go, right? And then you got to make sure that there's no grout exposed on the outside edge. But it's so hard to do without hitting your tile. So that's why I say it's really best to do this when it's wet. That's where Jim was telling me to get it super wet, but this tile is really heavy and I was having a problem with it sticking right. So I had to kind of go dry. And these metal gold things, they're metal and they're hollow. It's a U channel. So they kept moving in and out and I just didn't want to disturb them. So I went light with it, and I should have just held back and cleaned up a little bit more. But it's okay. This is expected. Every job, you got to spend some time cleaning off your tile. That's fine. At least make sure of it, you know. At least try. Make sure that your tile is clean before you grow. And you want that really, if you can, you want that whole channel. You want the whole channel to be exposed so the grout can get down in there. So I'm just going through, cleaning everything out, making sure my edges don't have white stuff on them really. So what happens is if there's white, if your tile adhesive is sticking out on the edge, that's going to show through your grout, and then you're going to have to pick it off. And if it gets all messed up inside your grout, you're going to have to dig it out. So I know there's a lot of ifs, but I'm the type of guy, I'd rather just spend the time and get it done before I move on to the next step. You know, you got to have a certain amount of patience when you're doing carpentry, and you got to understand the flow of it all. You know, like you can't put your doors on until you build the wall. You know what I mean? So there's a system, order. That's a big reason why I like carpentry. It gives you structure. You know, there's a way that they've done it for thousands of years. Now there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, don't get me wrong, but I like to learn all the ways. I like to see, because there's different reasons why they went one way or the other way. Every house is different. Every job's going to be different because it's a different application. I'm just taking my time, trying not to scratch the face of my tile. And I'm digging out the tile where it needs to be dug out. Every now and then you'll see boogers. The boogers on the face are big, and then there's boogers in deep that are going to stop your grout from really grabbing. You want to pick those out. Pick that old tile adhesive out of there. And then like what I do, I'll take a brush and I'll stipple. So I'm getting the bristles in there, right? Going left and right. And I'm flicking them out. All right. And then after I'm done with this, I'll use a leaf blower. I ought to just set the vacuum up. mess is getting a little out of hand, so I'll set the vacuum. All right. I like using the brush. But the vacuum's also a very good way. Yes, if you would pay attention to detail, the end result will be better than most. And if your name's on it, it's good to be known as better than most. 100%. 100%. It's literally what got me this far. It's just my attention to detail. It doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody. You know, I'm not saying that you're wrong, Quan, but um, yeah, you just have to be your best. That's it. You have to be whoever you can be best, right? Like be your best self every day. I understand that. It's huge, big time, big time. Yep. Put in the effort. Put in the effort. If you're not trying, then what are we buying, right? If you're not trying, then what are they buying? They're not buying much. They're just buying someone to come and maybe do a good job. It's like, nah, let's just do a good job. I cannot wait for my tripod to come. So right now I'm pre-soaking. Just kind of getting everything in here moistened up. And this is just on the outside face. You know, it's not deep. Oh, I gotta put that away. I use this to show people what it would look like at the end, but I'm putting it back. Putting it back, Jack. Put this back too. I gotta make sure that stays live in a sec. I want to clean this up first. Now, I do have live electrical, so I gotta be careful with the moisture. I can't be going above the moisture and I'll get zapped quick. But up here, trying to get everything pre-soaked so that by the time I get to it, it'll have a little bit, it'll be somewhat tender, right? Yeah, see, that's the stuff I started, and it's way dirtier. Over here, I cleaned way better and I used way less. That's how it's supposed to look, where the tile adhesive barely pokes through. That's what you're looking for, right? That was the first time I had tiled in probably 3 years. So it was way too cluttered. But over here, that's generally what you want. You want to see them little bubbles, and only those little bubbles. So I applied it very nicely there. All right, I'm still getting it wet. I still want to keep it clean. I have to pick here. I'm going to start here. I'm going to pick all the way across and get all the adhesive out from where I do not want it. My tripod broke, everybody, so I have one in the mail. It's coming. It might be a few days. I guess I could build something to hold the phone. Well, I guess it helps to be a builder, because that was pretty nice. But if I'm gonna do it, I gotta drill a hole. I have to drill a hole. Burning, yearning. That's concerning. Your kitty's purring, 'cause you got crabs. I should have done that over the trash. All right, let's go throw this crap away. I gotta do a dump run soon. I used to have a 40-foot Connex full of my building material acquired or reuse it. Me too, and I lost all of it in a fire. 350 grand worth of equipment and material. Stupid. And trophy buck racks, like I had a Persian rug in there that was given to me by a very rich client of mine that passed, and his wife gave me that. It was his special rug from his man cave. And it's just, I lost a lot of good stuff. I had a old rocking chair. It had the Liberty Bell on it. Super nice. And I had done a lot of renovations to that chair to make it look really nice. Super. I had so many different tools, and there was a few other things that just were gone. You know, $4,500 worth of Sitka hunting gear gone. You know how it goes. But yeah, so I'm definitely building a metal building on one of my next properties, and that's what I'm gonna have my shop as. It'll be all metal. It'll have it'll have bathroom. It'll have all that stuff. Have a small kitchen, TV, a coffee room. But it'll have a loft, apartment probably. Front and back, 16-foot by 16-foot garage doors. It'll have a paint booth on the side, so I can paint whatever I'm working on, or go in there and do fiberglass jobs. Yeah, I got big ideas, but when you come from nothing, you got to get there, and that was a big fucking hit financially. Big hit. I lost all my pump jack staging. You name it, I lost it. I mean, it was just horrible. Man, I just hit that trim. Yeah, this is my beginning side, and I pretty well smoked it hard. Put way too much adhesive in there. The whole left side is way better, like way cleaner. I don't have any of this to worry about. Learning ain't that concerning. I don't like that lean, I know that. Man, I dug it up big time right there. I gotta be careful. Well, that sucks. I'll have to sand that down easy. Basically have to polish it. Okay. Ooh. I don't know why I didn't come clean this the next day. But I didn't. And that's why I'm sitting here dealing with this. I'll use grout to put that in. Oh, shoot. Well, I'll sit it up top there. Some people use grout to do the whole job. And I actually contemplated doing it. It probably would have worked out fine. But you know how it goes. Stick to what you know, stick to what you do. Same way with everybody else. All right. Here we go. That chillin' dude, he was quite irrelevant, weren't it? What in the hell was he on? He was out for blood, that boy. You hurt my feelings. I'm telling mommy. I'm gonna go tell my mommy. Once I get this tile cleaned, I'll go have a lunch. Then we'll come back and I'll start pre-washing and grouting. Get her done. I said, hey. I said, oh. I want to go to the Super Bowl. Yep. Saw that one coming. See, this tile gets cleaner and cleaner as we go. This was the first tile I laid in probably 3 years. These couple tiles right here. So I was not up to par. That's the risk you take when you do everything, right? Oh, fuck yeah. Cool. I'll grout that in when it's time. Put that one there. This really sucks. I can't believe I left this stuff. So, if you can see this tile, I mean, it's going to be white, so it really don't matter. But it will. I need that grout to be able to stick well. So it needs to have as much surface area as possible. I gotta set these. So I got some Loctite 0-second power grab. Well, let's do it. Let's do this one. Forgot to clean it. Okay. Yeah. Now this one. Okay. See how they're hollow? Right? And then I fill them up. Bang. Would you look at that? Right, sexy like. Cool. Moving on. Cut. Strongly recommend to put as little tile adhesive as possible. These were my first few tiles. It had been probably at least a year, 2 years since I'd done any tiling. And I was in a rush. And I slapped it right on thinking, yeah, let's get it. No, too much. But the next tile I kept getting better and better, doing less and less adhesive. You don't need a lot, and don't drive it down. Just kind of lay it sideways so it doesn't go down into the mesh. Really all we're worried about is this outer face and then what's touching the outer edges. You don't got to dig in deep, but anything that's exposed to the outer face, you want to get out of there. I'm using white so it wouldn't shine, it won't be too messy, but you know how it goes. I just don't want to watch it. I want to look at it all ugly. I want to make it right. So I'm making it right. Okay. Now, see, it gets cleaner and cleaner. I think from here I'm good. It was just those two tiles that I laid the first night. I was trying to get it set. I did my two ends. I did my left end and my right end, and I was in a hurry. So, and it was the first time I laid in at least a year or two. So, sometimes I learn more than I forget, or I forget more than I can learn. I just got to remember things, certain forms, certain, do's and don'ts, all that. Then once you remember it, you're like, oh yeah, shit. Yep, gotta do it that way. You know what I mean? That's why it's best to have someone with you, because they'll remind you, a knowledgeable person. Or someone that you're teaching, and as you teach them, you're like, oh wait, yeah, we got to do it this way. Just to have that brainstorm going. Gosh, I keep cutting into that fucking thing. Why? That's loose. Not anymore, sir. Now I'll have to cut the damn thing out. It's usually the corners that do it. Just getting your corners. Sometimes the tile will be a little deeper than the others, and it'll get it on the front face. But it's normally these edges, the actual corners of everything, because when you wipe sideways and then you wipe up, it's like a never-ending volley, putting that tile up and down, up and down. Okay. Now from here, it's going to get so clean that I won't even need to pick it. Maybe that left side. No, I already checked the left side. Okay. So I did this side first, and it come out bad, and I remembered, oh, got to be light. And then from there on, after these two tiles, because I laid the two tiles all together, all at once. Okay, so I'm not going to rule it out. I have to go over and check, but I want to make sure I'm good here first before I just say, whatever, we're ready for grout. Ready for grout means you're ready for grout. That doesn't, I don't want to be opening up grout and have to pick more. I always tell my guys, it's not a rush. We're not racing to get to the next job. We're slowly and precisely, very carefully trying to get the job done that we need to do the right way. Is that loose? Oh yeah, very loose. I think it needs to be picked out. I think it was bulging. Yeah. Sorry. Yep, just getting this in here. Lovely. Yeah, it's still. So something happened here. All right, what we're going to do, I got to clean the back side of this up. Okay, now should be able way too much silicone. Here we go. Yep. are the surgeries of the rookie. Seems like, anyway. I feel like a rookie every time I mess up, but really, a lot of people wouldn't put the time of day into this that I am. But it's all good. There's a lot of good tilers out there, and there's a lot of good tiles that you can learn from. So if you want a tile and you want to learn, I'm telling you, you could get a good job. Every industry is looking for workers right now. Every industry. Competent, teachable, optimistic, hardworking. Interested, people that really want to learn. A lot of the times I get guys there that are just there for the dollar. So they're there for the hour. All right, I get one more hour on my page. It's like, no, you need to be able to think of as like production. How much can I do to help the company so that I can make more money in the long term? That's what I'm talking about. If you're an asset, then the company is going to treat you like an asset. But there's a lot of people that I've hired that are just like, they don't care if they stand there. They're like, nope, I'm here. I'm getting paid. I don't give a fuck. But it's not the way to go about it, because especially with a guy like me, because I'm just going to tell you there's no work for you. We don't have any work here for people that want to stand around and do nothing. Sorry. You might get away with it for a few days, but you're not going to get away with it in front of me. I keep everybody content. Not to the point where we're breaking our backs, but to the point where we're producing correctly. That's it. I love seeing a good pace, a good crew, just kind of making it look easy. It's almost an art, like literally. It's basically an art. Okay. Tink will tell you, we work pretty good. Yep. Keeping her clean. So you see that? What's going on, everybody? Sorry to hear that. Those snapdowns. Sometimes sure are hard. Yeah. My dad would say a piece of trim is over 12 inches. We kept it. Yeah, it's a good rule of thumb. I mean, look what I did with just this. These 2 blocks of wood are now my tripod. That's so that my charging cord can sit in there, and my phone can sit face flush against this wood, and boom. Now I can direct you guys, and you can see, at least for this job, Look how beautiful it is. Right? Hi, Fotini. I remember you. Hey, Danny. In the 90s, the framing company I was working for went to piecework. I effectively doubled my hourly wage. Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you can produce, you're going to be rewarded for it, you know? Hell, I'll double your hourly wage. I can do percentages with people. I don't mind that. Piecework's fine as long as they're producing. They're going to be, effective. Yeah, hell yeah. It's a damn good way to think about it. People think they're just there for the hourly rate. And it's like, no, bro. You're there to learn and produce. The outcome of it is that you're paid by the hour to perform those duties, right? But a lot of people, they're like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to fuck off for an hour. Yeah, he's gone to the store. I'm just going to sit back and relax for a little bit. Because there's no one there to tell them, hey, you got to get to work, dude. A lot of people will run to the bathroom and they'll come out all fucked up. I'll get back from the store and they're coming out of the bathroom right fucked up. And it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here, dude. Are you kidding me? I leave for 20 minutes and you can't stop yourself from running to that bathroom to get as high as possible. It's so ridiculous. It's like, I don't care what you do on your free time, but don't bring it to work. Don't bring it to work. Because I'm gonna put a demerit down on your day. And if you get too many demerits with me, you're out. Another big one, guys would hit on my old lady. And me, I'm not the jealous type, so I didn't really think to do much of it. But then we'd get home and she'd tell me, look, it's hard to work like that. You know? People would ride the line with being disrespectful, but not. And it's like, all right, okay, and so she'd tell me, make sure he doesn't do that anymore. And basically, then I'd have to pull out the old, don't touch my old lady crap or whatever. And then they'd usually get the hint and they'd move on. They'd just find another job because they were so emotionally connected to my woman. It's like, dude, you came here to work, not hook up with a girl. Just so happens that my woman works with us. We're not in high school here. But the biggest thing was just people not showing up. And when they showed up, they'd be fucked up. That was my biggest, and then that's when you get dealing with that, that's when the clients don't even want to pay you anymore. Clients don't even want you at their house anymore. They don't want to pay you. They don't want you there. They just want you gone. And I got sick and tired of my clients hating me because I hired the wrong guys. But there's no other guys out there to hire. So I would constantly be faced with either giving this guy a shot or not even being able to do the job, and I would just keep close eyes on people and be basically their daddy, their banker, their fucking everything. You turn into It's like you're fucking, they need you for their whole life. Can you give me a ride here? You got any cigarettes? Man, my old lady's going through. Then you got to be their counselor. You know, got to make sure they have money or else they'll get sick. And it's like, dude, just stop. Just, I'm your boss. I'm not your friend. You know, I'm not your dad. I guess I can be your friend, but I'm not going to be, you know, your life coach. Like, holy crap. I got my own family I got to worry about. And they're asking me to take them for drives after I got to pick them up before, you know, it's like you can't even like get yourself out of bed and get to work before I do. I can't trust you with my keys to open up the trailer in the morning so you can start job without people stealing from me. That's another thing. Either the clients were taking my money or my guys were stealing my tools. Either way, I was getting stolen from. And then whatever was left, people would either break or fucking throw away, do stupid shit like that. Jealousy, throwing my shit away. Like, I don't know why people get that jealous where they have to literally destroy your belongings. Like, it makes them feel better to hurt, like to take and break your stuff. That's crazy, man. I could understand it from a little kid, but from an adult. Basically, they're just mad. They haven't figured out life to the point where they're sustainable unto themselves. If I get mad at someone, I just leave. I have enough in my life to keep me occupied. I don't need to go break someone's belongings. You know, just because I'm mad at them. It's like, okay, see you later. Now I know who to stay away from. Like, who cares, you know? But then you get people that are just, they know that they're such a loser that they'll never amount to it. They'll never shape up. They'll never figure it out. And they're just so mad because they know they're never even going to try to be what they wanted. Try to get what they want out of life because they know it's too much work. It's too hard. So they get so mad because they know even if they break that tool, you're still going to succeed without them. And it makes them so fucking mad that that's where the vindication and the manipulation comes from. And then you know what I do? I go buy 4 or 5 of each of whatever they broke. And then I track them down. And I'm like, hey, check out what I just found. Yeah, no, it weren't broken after all. Look, I got 4 of them. Hey, check out all this stuff. Yeah. No, we didn't. No one lost it. It was never broken. I found all 4 of them. And their faces, they're like, they just get so sour about it. Hey, if you're childish enough to break my stuff, right? If someone is child enough to break my stuff, right? And then Right, and then be so mad because they know I'm going to succeed without them. So they break my stuff. The least I can do is go patronize them once I succeed. I'm kind of like an engine. You know, I might be turned off for a second, but I'm always going to run. I might need some work, but I'm always going to keep running. You see? You might take the gas out, but I'll just figure a way to get the gas back in. It's not one person is going to stop me, but Jesus Christ. That's it. God. The day that I'm broken will be the day that God says I'm broken. Not a hater that's jealous of me. Okay. We're getting close, everybody. It is getting cleaner and cleaner as we go. Yeah, my dad raised me to be, you know, what do you call that? Benevolent, whatever, you know, where you get up after you fall. That's the type of guy I am. But YouTube wants to shadow ban me because I listen to a little bit of radio. I don't get that either. Can't listen to radio. That would be bad if I listened to the radio. Some reason. Don't know why, but they won't let me. They won't let me listen to the radio. Shadow ban me. That's what I was told anyway. It's basically just a big joke. I don't get it. I just want to work and listen to the radio while playing live on YouTube. But they won't let me. And also, all of my videos that I put up, I mark as public, yet someone goes behind me and marks them as private. So then I have to go back and make sure every video is put back on public. It's ridiculous. There's someone literally shadow banning me because I have the words Donald Trump on my channel. It's actually quite sickening, to be honest. No rhyme or reason. They'll show you 2 seconds of a clip that's 20 minutes long and say, see, this is why Donald Trump is bad. And it's like, wait, hold on. Can I see that whole video? No, that's irrelevant. You don't need to see the whole video. Why would you want to see everything that he said? Oh, because I'm showing you the part that makes him look bad. Yet the whole conversation, he was speaking out the opposite of what I said. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Sound bites. Everybody has to be scared. We all have to be scared. The news said it. The news told us that we have to be horrified. We all must be just terrified. We have to be so scared for their cause, because without us, the news is nothing. They need us to survive. And know now that we're shadow banning them. And we don't go burn shit down when we're mad like they do. We just don't watch them. You just don't let your money go to them, that's all. And that makes them mad. Wow, it's coming out good. All of this is pretty damn good. I don't see really much of anything horrible over here. It's nice and light, easy duty work. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, keep looking, you'll find stuff, which is fine. It's good. We got to get it all. We do. We have to get everything. Basically, we're just getting out the stuff that's going to inhibit the grout from doing its job. We don't want it poking out past our grout. We need them to be nice and clean. And we want a good cavity for the grout to go into. Okay. It's really snowing out there, mate. I used to go and have a beer with some of the guys after work. Me and their boss, I found out I couldn't do that. If they thought there was a friendship, they would eventually abuse it. Yes, 100%. 100%. Yes, they abuse everything, every inch that you give them. They will eventually take a mile. It just depends on when they think they can get away with it. As soon as they think they can get away with it, they're going to take it. So you can count on that mile being taken every time. Count on it. Plan on it. Be ready for it. Yeah, another one I don't understand is the whole, how dare you check to make sure there's no government waste and abuse. I don't understand that. That one's got me really like, what? I can't believe you're trying to stop waste and abuse and fraud. What? That's weird. Why would anybody want to stop fraud, waste, and abuse other than the people that are practicing fraud, waste, and abuse? So I'm thinking, okay, all right, I get it. And then I'm like, nope. Both of those are not the right ones. I need an opposite. There's a good one. Yeah. You guys want to see some snow? It's snowing. Tis snowing in Maine. Springtime snow right there. See, it just melts as soon as it hits the floor. Because the ground is already warmed up. The frost is over. We used to have a frost every year that went good 3 or 4 feet in the ground. Not anymore. No more frosts that go 3 or 4 feet in the ground anymore. But we have plenty of frost heaves. Plenty of those. Whoops. That one fell a little too far on me. My bad. Okay, I gotta fill. Okay. I don't even think that matters, to be honest, but why not? She in there. Okay. 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 Ah, yeah. Almost there. All right. Hmm. We have a Lena. Damn. Wow. Well set. Okay. Yeesh, we had a little warpage here. Not good, not good. See, this right here is the difference between a live video and an edited video. People would cut that out so that you didn't see their mess up. But what I'm trying to teach you is how to get around those mess ups. So if I edit them out, you'll never see them, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. There's going to be flaws